guys. I thought today I would start the video. I was going to do the little toadstools today, but I thought that might be a little aggravating and frustrating to you when I thought about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you and show you a little bit of how to make the tree so you can get started on him. It's way easier than you think. It's not overwhelming at all. It might look overwhelming, but trust me, it really isn't, and you're about to find out why. So I'm going to do that first, and then I'm going to see if I have enough time today to do a second video on starting the toadstools to show you how I did those. If you want to look a little close, you might be able to see what I mean. But in any case, yeah, I'm going to get started on showing you how easy it is to make your own tree, so you can start doing that while I put out videos on the littler things. Everything in this diorama is extremely easy. You just have to want to do it. And that's not to say that it's difficult. It just means, you know how it is. If you have a passion for something, it doesn't matter, you know, if it's hard, easy, or whatever, but this truly is easy, and I'm going to show you how. Okay, be right back. Okay, so, hi. When I say this is easy, I mean this is easy. All you need to make this guy, girl, it, I'm sorry, I did not take into consideration what this tree's pronouns are. It's my tree, I created the tree, so I think it's a him. He can tell me if I'm wrong, and I apologize if I am. But to me, this is a he. So he is easy to make. All you need is aluminum foil, a lot of it, so buy it cheaply. Oh, because you will need a lot. And I bought this foil at Target for, I think, 89 cents. Every time I buy it, it's super inexpensive. I'll look it up and include that in the video somewhere over here. You're going to need lots of 2-inch masking tape. I think this tree took about 2 to 3 rolls of this tape. There's good news and bad news about this tape. I bought that tape for $2.97 per roll on Amazon. Unfortunately, this particular brand of tape is now $12.99 on Amazon. I do not know why, but there's a different brand that I just bought that I'll include somewhere today that was $15.99 for 4 rolls of these. So 16 divided by 4, what is that? $4 each, which is still more than it was before, but hey, that's okay, because all we need is 2-inch masking tape. Okay, I'll put the link somewhere, either in the description or somewhere on the screen. Okay, but you need that. So we need foil, lots of it, masking tape, the thick kind, 2 inches, lots of that. Maybe I would start off with 4 rolls, just so that you have more than enough. Foil, I would start with whatever your budget is. Get as much as you can. I bought about 3 or 4 of these foil rolls at a time, because the first time I ever made this tree, I was very unfamiliar and I didn't know how many I would need. So that's about $4, $5, $6 max. Okay, and then that's the first part of your tree. Part 2, you're going to need a gallon of glue. Yep, a gallon. I got that from Amazon for less than $20. I'll try to find it on my orders and put it somewhere here. Lots of paper towel, lots of it. I would say as many rolls as you can manage. I bought about 6 rolls for 89 cents from Target to start. So, and there were 2 in a pack. So, let's see. I don't know. So it's like $6 tops, something like that, or $8, depending on how many packs you get. I'll just get get approximately 6 to 8, because you're going to need all of this glue and all of this paper towel to make this beautiful, realistic looking bark. Okay? And we don't know, you know, what we're going to like, what we're not going to like, and we're going to want to kind of move the branches around and stuff like that. So we're just going to need a little bit of extra of each of these. I have scissors here. You don't really need scissors. You can just tear your heart out. In fact, for the paper towel trick, we are going to be tearing rather than cutting. So, in my opinion, we don't need scissors at all. But I just put it there just in case you're a scissors person. But to get the realistic looking bark, we're going to be tearing the paper towel, not cutting. Yeah, so that's all you need to make this tree here. Like, I'm not talking about the moss or anything like that. I'm just talking about the tree himself. Hear that? Hear how strong he is? He sounds? That's just paper towel, glue, foil, and masking tape. Yep. Oh, and I did want to mention, I've been crafting a really long time. And it's hard to remember where I get all the things that I've learned, but I can tell you that I learned this technique for the bark from Where the Gnomes Live on YouTube. She's a precious lady on YouTube. I don't know her, but I do follow her. I am subscribed to her. I value her art, and she's a wonderful person. So I will include her name somewhere here or in the description. You should go check her out and subscribe, because she's just as sweet as pie. I love her so much. But yeah, so anytime that I show you guys a technique that I can recall where I learned it, I will tell you and give them credit. So yeah, Where the Gnomes Live, that's where I learned this paper towel technique. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to show you an example of how to begin your tree. It's extremely easy. And it's sort of like a free-for-all. You don't need any instruction. You just go where your heart takes you, okay? All right, let's get started. Okay, we are back. I should mention I'm outside, so if you hear golf ball banging or the summer bugs or whatever, it's because I'm on my back porch. It's so beautiful, and I'm looking forward to the fall, so I want to be out here and enjoy the less hot weather. Okay. So, first we're going to start with our foil, okay? We're just going to tear just a piece like this. And now we're just going to think to ourselves what kind of tree we want, okay? My tree, I just went with it. Like, I knew I wanted a hole at the top so I can put like a tea light up here, because I cut holes for the eyes, which we'll talk about. Let's see. I did do like elongated roots. You know how you can see those large roots protruding from the ground sometimes. Yeah, but let's start with the body, and then I'm going to show you that all you have to do is just continuously add foil and tape on top of foil and on top of tape, and that's basically all it is. So let's see. I'm just gonna make like a I don't know. Let me think. What kind of tree do we want? There are lots of different ways you can form the body of a tree. I'm just going to start with maybe I'm going to wrap it around my hand like this. And just start building the body like this. Okay, you can wrap it around a can or something larger. Maybe a coffee can, something like that. But it doesn't matter. All we're going to be doing is foil tape. Okay, the tape is just to hold our creature in place. If you want your tree to be hollow, there are two ways you can do it. You can build your tree with an already hollow part like this, or you can cut it out with like a steak knife later, carefully, of course. That's what I chose to do. I chose to make the body solid first. You will use slightly more foil that way, but I had a solid body that I could work with and manipulate better rather than having a, you know, like this free space that can kind of shrink your guy and kind of move your tree in ways that you didn't want to really move. Okay, so this is if you really insist upon having a center and you don't want to have to cut too much later. But I think the most, at least for me, the easiest way was to build a body with a strong center, and then I just cut. I just cut through it. And it's so easy to cut through foil and tape. So, okay. So I'm going to kind of solidify the center here. In fact, we'll probably want to do this. Roll. Okay. Grab more tape. This is why I said we need lots of tape, lots of foil. Let's see. You just keep adding to your tree. You could even go like this and kind of make it catch right there. And then continue rolling like this. Okay. And like I said, there's no wrong way to do this at all. I want to show you. To hold that in place, we're going to grab our masking tape. And we're just going to... There's no right way to do this, no wrong way to do this. You just go for it, okay? So that's a little bit solid, okay? And now we're just going to keep building on to this. Let's do, yeah, we basically just keep building up. Just keep building up. Okay. And, all the imperfections are really going to be cool, like super cool. More foil. Because you could have like a leaning tree. There's just all kinds of things you can do. Just keep building up. Where's the center? Here it is. Okay. And the beauty of foil is you can form it to a degree. Okay. So you see how I'm flattening a bit just so we gain some stability. You can use your fingers to form it. This. Could even make a pumpkin out of this, really. But yeah, let's flatten. Use the surface to kind of press down. Remember, you don't want it to be perfect because it's a tree in nature and they don't have a perfect shape. And we want it to look pretty realistic if we can get it to. Okay? Okay, right now if you wanted to save your work, so to speak, grab a piece of tape, put it in here, throw it on here. Okay. I think we should probably put a piece down at the bottom maybe, but eh. Okay, you see what I'm doing? I'm just using foil and shaping, just like you would like a jewelry wire or something like that. This just happens to be in sheet form. It's very bendable. Let's do another way you could begin forming your tree. Let's put this to the side. Is you can go like this. You make like a crumple surface like this. Okay, and you can start forming branches like this. Okay, you're gonna do it again. You start working on those branches that you might want on with your tree, kind of thing. And then once you have your branches, your spooky branches the way you want them, you can start adding the body of the tree, which I will show you now. So drop the foil. Okay. And you can start working on the body of the tree. Kind of like this. You see where I'm going with that? You see? Foil. Okay. And then if you want to save your work, you just grab your tape. I think I will save my work a little bit. Now the end, when we reach a figure that we do enjoy with the foil, we want the whole thing covered in masking tape. Okay, that's our goal. So just remember, the end result is going to be our entire figure. Now this is going to be way thicker and way longer and all that. We're just gonna keep working the way we're working until we get to a figure that we can imagine will end up looking like a spooky tree. So it's as easy as that. You just go where your imagination takes you, and you use your tape as a save work, save your progress. And at the end, when you finally get to a shape that you enjoy, you make sure it's covered completely in masking tape. And that saves your entire work. Now, if you end up looking at it a couple days later, you take a break and you go back and you're like, I don't like that. All you do is you get a steak knife or something sharp carefully, and you can just remove the part you don't like, and then you can make a new shape with the foil and the tape. It's so forgiving. You can change this. If I didn't like this, I could just tear this off, tape it, or do a new form and then tape it. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I didn't like this, let's say it was gone. Oh, I don't like this. Let me grab some foil. Hold on a minute. Foil. It never ends. It's because it's all up to your imagination. It never has to stop. You just keep going until you're completely happy. You can even do like a little twisty thing, like you know how sometimes bark goes in like twisty things. All right, and then once I'm all done with the cool figure that I'm like, oh yeah, I want my tree to look just like that. It's not a very pretty tree, but you get the point. My soda can is it's my umbrella. My umbrella's orange. You see? I was like, what is that orange crap? Excuse my French. But after you're done forming your tree, as I said, make sure the entire thing is covered in your masking tape. And the reason for that is because you want to seal it. Because how we're going to make this beautiful bark, the bark goes on top of our skeleton. This is our skeleton. And we're going to submerge our paper towel into a bunch of white glue. And then we're going to place it on top of our guy to look like bark. But I will do that in the next video. We're just discussing... Excuse me, my soda is giving me air. Right now we're just discussing our skeletons. You can change it and alter it as many times as you want. It's all up to you, whatever your budget is. In fact, you know, how much foil you have, how much time you have, how much patience you have. But this is a very forgiving project. You can change it a billion times. All you need is to break off a piece you don't like, add more foil and more tape. And so remember, the first part 1, is the skeleton of your tree. So my skeleton looked like that, but it was all foil. And then I covered it all in tape. And I'm going to include pictures of the process of when I did my tree. I didn't have a YouTube channel then, but I did take pictures of it. So I'm going to insert those and show you what I mean. But yeah, this whole process is super fun, and it's so easy, and you get something so cool. And you're just going to feel so proud. It's just so amazing. Yeah, so that's the first part. You just want to create a tree with your imagination. This is the tree skeleton. You cover it all up with your tape once you're finished, and even if you cover it all up and you're like, I don't like that, you can always fix it. You just tear whatever you don't like off, add more foil and tape. Easy peasy. And then comes the glue and the paper towel part, which is so fun. This whole process is fun. So that's today's video, because I was thinking, you know, that would be a really good start, because I want to put out another video today on starting the toadstools, if I can, after I edit this video, if I have time. But yeah, so don't be afraid to just go wild with your imagination. It's your beautiful creation, and it's art, and it's yours, and it comes from you and your soul. So yeah, it's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. And if you have anything you'd like to share, please email me, send photos, or if you want to mention, you know, talk about your project or ask me any questions, please feel free to leave comments down below. Okay. This looks like a spider at the moment, but it'll turn into a tree eventually. All right, guys, have fun, and I will do part 2 tomorrow, the glue and the paper towel. And you'll have a beautiful tree by, well before Halloween. Okay, see you soon. Bye. Hi guys, really quick, I wanted to show you how you can make a tree knot. You can do it with both foil, in the foil process, and then with the paper towel process, or just the paper towel process. But if you want to get a, you know, if you want to save your work and remind yourself of where you're going to put a tree knot, you just make kind of like a crumpled up stick like this. You roll it into the tree knot shape that you like. Okay? And then you, well, my trunk is not large enough at the moment, but you see what I mean. You're going to place it wherever you want it. And remember, tree knots are where their limbs have fallen off the tree, or were cut off a tree. So you just place your knot wherever you want, and then you can affix it with your tape, and you'll know where the knot is. So when it comes time for the paper towel, you're going to dip that in the glue. You're going to submerge it and get it nice and soggy. And you're going to do the same thing with the paper towel. You're going to scrunch it up and twist it, and then it will dry like that on your tree. That's just a quick little cute thing. And you can also do that with a nose. See how my tree has a little nose there? You can do that in the paper towel stage. And if you think you're going to forget in the paper towel stage, you can do that in the foil stage with just a little piece of foil. And, you know, place it where you think the nose will be. You know, kind of make a little nose part. And then tape. And the tape is paper, so you'll also be able to, you know, indicate where things are with pencil on your tape, because that's going to be covered up. But you do want to write lightly, because it might show through the paper towel. Actually, I take that back, because once we do our dark wash on top of our tree, we're going to do a black wash first when we paint it. So it should cover up any pencil marks. Yeah, so if you're going to mark with pencil, I think you're free to do that. Yeah, so anyway, you've got you can affix your knot, tape it on your nose, and then once you put all your tape all over everything, you can indicate with pencil, because we are going to paint over this with a black wash. So, but just don't use like permanent marker or ink or anything, just pencil. All right, I just wanted to add that. We'll see you soon, guys. Okay, guys, I just wanted to tell you one more thing. First of all, I just cut myself with the foil, so if you can see. So please be careful. I wouldn't have remembered to say that if I didn't just cut myself, so please be careful. You know, the whole foil cuts are worse. But what I wanted to show you was how to do the fingers on the tree. See? Okay. And really, all it is you find where you have the hands, and you do exactly what you think you do. You just sort of form fingers however you see fit, because however you get those fingers there it's going to be beautiful. Look, I just got a twist out of that, which I think is super cool, actually. So you see how I just sort of came upon some fingers just by twisting? I just sort of twisted this. See that? And you can make them pointy, you can make them curly, like this one's a little curly. And you just make sure you get tape in there to represent that curl. And let me show you what I mean by the tape. I cut myself so bad, ouch. And to get your finger taped in that way, you kind of go like this, if you know what I mean. You just fill in the tape how you want it to look. So you see how I covered it like that? Let me do some more. Okay. I just cut myself, so if you can see blood, please, please forgive me. I'm outside and I don't have a Band-Aid out here. You see how I'm covering it up like that? This is all going to be covered in paper towel, don't worry. But we do want to indicate to ourselves how we want our tree to look. We can make our fingers pointy just by squeezing. Okay, it's all up to you. It's all your imagination. You can achieve fingers by just taking a long piece, wrapping it around like that. Just, you can do whatever you want. You can make your fingers as ugly as you want to. It's not hard at all. You can literally tape digits to this long piece. Okay, I just love this. Like, we can make this finger twisted. You see, the uglier, the creepier, the better. That's what's going to make your tree look spooky. You know what I mean? But you can get those fingers on there any way you want. There's no right or wrong way to do it. You can achieve that while just messing around with the foil and the tape. So there's no like trick or anything. You can, but what I just did is I took a long piece, I wrapped it around one of the already existing digits, or whatever you want to call it, and just kind of wrapped it around like this and just formed fingers. Because all this is going to be taped up. And then this is just going to look like a really thick piece of bark, and then, you know, oh, it's just going to look so cool. So just have fun with it and just make it your own. It's coming from you, and it's going to be gorgeous. So this is one of those projects that is so forgiving. You don't have to have like some special talent or anything like that, which I'm sure you do, but you don't need it. It's super easy. Have some fun, guys, and I will see you tomorrow unless I think of something else. And then we'll move on to the glue part, okay? Make sure for tomorrow that you have a gallon of glue, at least a few rolls of paper towel, at least. And then, of course, before you do that, make sure that you have completed and you're satisfied with your skeleton, your tree skeleton, okay? And make sure that you've cut out your center, or you've poked out your eyes. I did this with a steak knife. I just cut it, and then you can use like a flathead screwdriver to kind of shape those eyes. And then what you want to do is go back down through this hole, and you want to cover it back up, the foil, the exposed foil, with tape. And then once you're done with all your little nuances, your eyes, your knots, your fingers, your extra broken branches, your exposed roots here. Once you're done with all that, then you can move on to the skin, the bark. But take your time with it. Don't even rush. Like, you can work on this for days and days and days. I worked on this for like a month. Just trying to get it right with the arms and all that stuff. So yeah, I just want to put out a video so you know where to go next when you're ready. And if you want to have a, let's see, if you want to have a spot right here for your candle, when you get down to the very last part of your tree and you're finally done, make sure that you have a space here that you fill in with tape and foil and make like a little kind of candy dish type place here. Because then you're going to put your tea light, and then we're going to make this little cap out of paper clay that we're going to place here and have it look like bark. and just cover that up. And it's going to illuminate the eyes. So that means that when you dig that hole, you want to make sure that the hole is deep enough so that the tea lights come through the eyes. Okay, do you know what I mean? Like, make sure that you dig this hole up here deep enough so that it meets where your eyes are, so they light up. Okay, so don't like close up your hole way up here, because then the lights won't illuminate the eyes. You want to dig your hole down below the eyes. Okay, let's see what else. I think that's it for the body. So in other words, have fun. Don't get all stressed out. There's no need. It's all fun. It's all creative. You can fix anything you don't like very easily. And it's gonna be wonderful. I can't wait. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye. Gotta get a Band-Aid.